I was watching something yesterday, with Big Sean talking about turning 30 or whatever, and like his whole life is whatever. Things have happened in his life. He's seen clarity, all of that, yeah. But I was having a conversation with my little brother, yeah, the other day too. He's 18 years old, yeah, and like he's in a long-term relationship. He's been with his girl for time. I gotta give it to him.
For how long could that be if you're 18?
He's been with this girl since he was like, probably like 15, 16. Yeah. And you know, obviously, naturally, you don't take it seriously, innit? You're like, are you still with that girl? Yeah. A few months later, you're like, are you still with that girl?
Yeah.
And he's like,
when
yeah.
does it get serious?
I think
it's like 3 months, 4 months.
For when you're young, a few months seems serious.
Bro, that's serious.
But when it's a year, over a year, that's very serious.
Yeah, that's your girlfriend.
That's a proper tick. That's his girl.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get into his business.
You should be able to know the parents. Like,
yeah, of course. Yeah. Like she's met my dad.
Yeah.
She's met my dad, and he's met her parents and all of that stuff. Yeah. But they haven't. The parents ain't met each other.
That's the maddest. Yeah. When that one happens, you're in.
You're
all the way in.
Yeah. That's it. Exactly. That's like a marriage now. That's what it feels like, innit?
Yeah.
But I was saying to him, that I hope it works out. Yeah, I hope it works out, and I hope that if it doesn't work out, I hope that if it doesn't work out, that it is on his terms. Because see that first heartbreak. You see that first heartbreak? First heartbreak is fuckery.
They say the first cut is the sweetest, but that first cut is the deepest.
Oh my goodness.
First cut is the deepest.
Bruv, I had black nail polish on. I had black eyeliner. I was an emo kid.
Do you remember when you first...
No, I weren't, bruv. Obviously not, but that's how I felt, fam.
Do you remember? So you remember that time when you felt like you had your first heartbreak?
Bro, it's the worst fucking feeling in the world, bro.
I was a mess.
You thought that 10-year Arsenal trophy
you can't look at me, I hear that, but you do these heartbreaks to yourself. Let me just hear it.
In what sense, though?
As in, you caused the breakup.
Yeah, obviously, because man are man, innit? And obviously, more time, it is the man's fault. More time.
No, it's not, man.
History tells itself.
Yeah.
Movie-wise, it's always the woman's fault for a man's downfall.
Yeah.
But in reality... Men are our own downfall. We're our own downfall.
So you basically fucked up your own shit.
But you learned.
But it did break his heart.
Yeah, of course. Because you know what it is. You think. See, when you have that, before you have that first heartbreak, and you're with that girl, you just don't think she's leaving you. So I don't know
if I've had a heartbreak. I think I have, but I'm not sure if I've had one. I think I've got defense mechanisms that help me deal with heartbreak quite fast.
Yeah.
Like
oh yeah, no, that really helps.
No, but bashing if you're not in a good man. Yeah, heartbreak bashing is terrible.
I know. You know what? You feel like an extra mess.
Your shoulders all like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and the nut's not proper.
Yeah, it's not proper.
It's not proper. It treacles out a lot of the time. It treacles out. It treacles out, and it's like.
And then afterwards, when you go, bro, the post-nut depression is terrible.
Oh God,
it's terrible,
bro. The amount of slow jams man listen to that affect man during that period was mad. I went on it. You know what came out that time? Beyonce's Irreplaceable on the radio.
Oh shit.
Every Tuesday, to the left and all that stuff.
Oh, so you was to the left.
Bro, the thing is, I have had a mini heartbreak, but no, it is a real heartbreak, but I just kind of dealt with it pretty fast. And it was when Take Care came out.
Oh shit.
That one rattled me. That one rattled me. But it was more the songs, I think, than the heartbreak. I would just love the tunes.
Do you know what that is? Do you know what is mad as well, yeah? What compounds the heartbreak isn't necessarily the breakup of the relationship. It's the songs around that time.
Yeah. You know why? Yeah. Whatever is feeding your thoughts there and then. So a song can feed your thoughts to what you're thinking. Heartbreak.
Definitely.
So you hear a heartbreaking song, you're just recycling the feeling.
And then every time you hear that song, you go straight back to that moment.
Yeah, bro, it's long.
It's mad.
Or every time you go to a certain place or eat a certain food, you have to get rid of that.
There's a
that
smell.
Thing.
There's
a smell.
Everything.
See, I'm not gonna lie. The first heartbreak for me was an absolute. It was a mess. I was a mess. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what? Yeah,
he came out with
I could talk about it now. I could talk about it now. Yeah, but do you know what it was? It's gonna because like there's a certain thing that I wanted to do today anyway. But I'll just talk about this piece now, and then the rest will just fit into context. Yeah, at the time that it happened, I just didn't think she was leaving me. Do you get what I'm saying? There was that quiet arrogance of like, she's not going to leave me. Obviously, we worked this thing out, whatever it was, yeah. I broke up with her, and then this is where she killed me. It's in my region now still, but yeah. This is where she killed me, yeah. She said to me, after I broke up with her, mashed up her heart, all of that type of stuff, was still seeing her, all of that, but she was like really emotional, whatever. And then, like, little while afterwards, she's gone on holiday, come back off holiday, and then we worked it out. Because I thought to myself, what am I doing? The grass ain't greener on the other side. Like, I broke up with her because, you know, I'd been with her for a while. I felt like the grass was greener on the other side. Yeah. You get me? Carnival's coming up. All of these type of things. You get what I'm saying, yeah? So anyway, I'm like, nah, I've made the wrong decision. I love this girl. I want to be with her. Boom, boom, boom. So got back with her, whatever. Everything's cool. It's lit, whatever, first. Now, a little while after that, she just kind of come to me on a vibe of like she just doesn't think it's going to work out for X, Y, and Z reasons, yeah? And then this is where she bunned me, though. She said, you know what? She said, when you broke up with me, I thought I couldn't live without you. Wait. Bro, you broke up with me, and I realised I could.
Bro, that's it.
And you know what? She said it without crying. Yeah. She said it without crying. She said it relaxed.
She got it.
She was calm.
She completely
listen,
got it.
I was at a job at this time. Yeah. I left the job. I walked out. I just made up an excuse, whatever. Obviously, I'm trying to ring the phone because now I'm feeling like, rah, man's really losing this. Yeah. And then like I'm ringing. She's not answering the phone yet. I'm doing scrambling. Yeah. My head's gone. 100 missed calls and all of that type of stuff, yeah. Got home, I'm in bed. Listen, I'm in bed. You know what? And not only am I in bed, I got my knees up like this. And I'm like literally
with the whipped cream.
Yeah, listen. I was a shambles. My mum comes into my room and she's like, what's going on? And I'm like, you know, like I'm trying to explain to her what's happening, yeah, but I can't, you know, like when the tears is coming out, and bro, I was an absolute mess. But after all of that, there's growth. Was this a
couple of years ago?
Nah, man, that was time ago. No.
With me, young, I kind of designed my breakup, not knowing it was actually gonna happen. So I had a feeling.
I manufactured.
Like, as in, I definitely made mine happen. Like, I wanted to be free. Yeah. But then I got freed, and now, and I was just like, shit, man. Like, I'm a man that needs to be at a club. I must play at a club. I can't be just a free agent.
You can't be a free agent.
No one benefits. London won't survive much longer.
Yeah.
Like once I'm on the market, like actually active free, it's a mad thing.
That was I turned into a slag after that, really. Because you know what it was, yeah?
Bro, it don't help.
I felt at that time that I needed distractions, bro. Yeah. I was doing loads of things out of character. Firstly, I was chirpsing gal, and I don't even chirps gal like that. That was the first thing. Yeah, and I was out here on anything. I was out here on anything for a little, and it was making it worse.
But how many months? Worse. Chucky, how many months after the breakup was you starting to say, you know what? Let me get out of here. Let me come out of here.
Do you know what it was? Yeah, what was making it worse as well is that like, this is just my thing. However people deal with their breakups, they deal with them, whatever, yeah. But I always advise, yeah, this whole parachute breakup thing, it don't work. This whole trying to speak on the phone still and be friends and all of these type of... you have to go through a period of time. But in order for you to ever be friends with an ex or whatever it may be, for me anyway, I've had to go through a long period of time of not speaking to you. And we don't speak. It was just lucky that I think at the time when we ended up speaking again, I was seeing someone, she was seeing someone, and it was cool. It was it just worked out in that sense. But the whole trying to speak and all of that stuff, it was mashing me up because, you know, it is, now, remember, like, there's certain things I have no authority on anymore, yeah? So I can't really, like, you know, like, normally, when you speak to your girl, whatever, and she's like, and you say, oh, what are you up to, whatever, and she's like, oh, nothing, I'm just out with my friends, blah, blah, blah. You're like, yeah, cool, what, you know what I mean? But when you're going through that breakup, and then she says that she's out with a friend,
you're like, oh.
It sounds a bit different. Yeah, it sounds a bit different, but you can't do the hooting. You can't do all of that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't do, and then...
No, but I take it. I say, who you with, Jackie or something? I'll say a name, and
she might be like, oh, nah. You just don't know. You just don't know. And they don't say him or her, so you don't know. And then when you start wiling out, then she's like, it's a man for. And then you're like, oh, okay. You
just want to check it. Just make sure they're free.
And more time, it's not even Samantha, to be fair. It is actually their guy friend that, you know what I mean, that they think is their brethren, but now realizes that they're single and wants slice of the pooch.
So should we get onto that quickly? Yeah.
Go on.
Are men and women ever really friends?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Do you know what it is?
Hold on, wait.
When
Look at
there's
his face.
feelings. No. Chucks is mad.
Hold on. What happened there? He malfunctioned.
Lost himself. Yeah.
Nah, you know what? My perspective is, yes, you...
Not friendly, not acquaintances, friends.
Friends.
There usually is situations where one person is likely to... If the situation arises, someone is going to...
You should handle our Brexit situation because you're not...
I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I also think as well, that there are obviously times where, like, you know, you start off as not brethren. So she might, for example, she might think that I'm her friend, but in the back of my mind, like, I'm on this chop thing. Yeah, that's what... Or I might even really like her. Yeah. But then... Like, over a period of time, you might even do something. You two might even have that thing. Once you've had it, that's in the past now, and then you can start to work on your friendship if there is one there.
But I went wrong in my last relationship with that, whereas my ex told me we just got into it without being friends yet, and that was the downfall, is we never got to be friends, so we don't know each other properly. And then...
I don't know about all
Nah,
that.
man. Well, she's messing ahead. She was like, I'd rather have been your friend first, and then gradually... But we just jumped into it.
I try to be your friend. So what? You know all my secrets. You know what? You know too much.
I think that's the point that you're trying to make here. As being friends, can you tell your friend this? Could you treat your female friend the same way you treat your guy friends? See, with me, I will talk to I've only got a couple of girl friends that are like my bona fides here. A couple of them, but I'll chat to them the same way I would chat to.
No, I'm not talking necessarily about that. I'm talking over time. Yeah, it's just a personal opinion of mine. Yeah, but I don't think. I think men and women can be friendly, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know if over a long period of time you can remain actual friends. Like, we're just chilling. Like, not day in, day out, but as in we spend a lot of time, just me and you, without somebody, like, either feeling or making a move.
I've got that. But I will admittedly say with one of them, at the beginning, it was a situation. At the beginning. But we're 10 years, 11 years deep now.
So that changes it. You see, like, once you've had that, once you've had your mad thing, you can then probably go back to being friends. But once you've had a mad thing with someone, trust me, that can always revamp. It just requires the right time, right
I can wholeheartedly tell you I have no desire
I can chill the man them. I can chill my lot, the man them, all day for the rest of my life. And nothing's happening. But if it's the girlfriends, come on, man.
Well, this is the thing. I can wholeheartedly tell you that I have no desire to ever. It's just the thought of that is weird to me. Now, I can hear somebody saying, "Yeah, but how do you know that she doesn't feel that about you?" I don't, but I can almost guarantee she doesn't. Do you get what I'm saying? That's just someone that I've just grown with. In the beginning, it was you know what I mean? But after a while, it's just like, if you hear some of the things this girl tells me and some of the things I tell her, it's like...
Bro, do you think...
no, because of my brethren.
No,
because of my brethren. That would be like Dan, me being put off by
However,
Dan.
But what if she then started saying stuff that, like, is an absolute mazza and is exactly what you want and need right there? She'll be like, I did the maddest arc, I did the twist, I did
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All of a sudden, look at
there's times where, like, those conversations have made me want to chop, but not her. So it's made me think, oh, you know what? I want to, like, I'm going to ring up you get what I'm saying?
Man.
Not
she's
her.
She's telling you she's the techie one.
That
Why
she's the techie.
What she gives the maddest thing.
Yeah.
Nah, they don't talk to me like that.
But I was saying if it changes, like, these friendships work as long as they're kept really in that kind of small space.
I like to know shit, but not like, you ain't got to go that deep.
I feel like when a woman goes that far with you in telling you her sexual secrets or whatever, that's a hint, man.
You're not friends already. You're not friends already.
Don't poke the beast.
It's on the cards already.
I don't know about that.
Well, you're gonna tell me how good you are at head. You're gonna actually tell me.
For the majority of the time.
And man's not butters.
I hear that.
And we find each other attractive, but we're friends. But, like, come on, you're not.
I just personally think that it's something that over time, eventually this friendship will turn to something more than a friendship.
Yeah.
Or it has already been something more than a friendship. It's just never.
That proves the point though, because even if it has at one point, the fact of the matter is today you're friends.
Yeah, but what about
it
tomorrow?
Started off.
Yeah, but what about tomorrow? How much things have you beat that you then become friends, but then in around 6-7 years you smash it again by accident?
Yeah.
By accident. I mean,
because you've done it the first time, it's always there.
It's there.
I swear to you.
I don't know.
It's your choice though, but because you've done it,
but it's there.
It's always
Trust
there.
me, it's there.
Do you know what?
Because
I get it, but I'm just looking at my situation,
you don't
and I'm
exercise.
thinking, I just cut that's just it's weird, but. I've been friends with them for years now. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like it's not a new friendship. Like, this is the thing. Every time these conversations come up here, people usually compare it to someone that they've known for a couple of months or a year, or they chat to casually. Like, these are people that I speak to on a daily basis for over a year, over a decade.
Do you find them attractive?
Nah. Not like that.
On a night.
Like pretty.
On a night.
Like pretty, but attractive. Don't like. You get what I'm saying?
No, but
I'd say, oh yeah, that one's pretty.
Say you like an event and you both get drunk. She's looking good, but your friend, but she just puts it on you.
I got a brethren. All right, let me tell you this. I got a brethren. All right, let me tell you this. Yeah, I got a brethren. Good friend of mine. Yeah, she's got a lot of money. She's doing very well in her life. Whatever. She's a very pretty girl. Now, she's my brethren, right? Now, if she comes in the room or whatever, man is likely to say to me, yo, what's this? And I will say, yeah, she's a vibe. She's pretty. She's cool. You know what I mean? She's a nice girl. She does X, Y, and Z or whatever, yeah? So I'm co-signing or I'm acknowledging that, yes, she's a very pretty girl. But for me personally, if you're saying to me, what is it with her? I'm like, nah.
That's my friend, yeah. But of course she's allowed to assume the position of friend.
Yeah.
But Chucky, don't for 1 minute try and trick me.
Yeah.
And tell me that if she said, Chucky, do you know what?
She wants to
do
chop.
a mad thing with you tonight.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's weird.
Mad.
No, that's weird.
It doesn't matter if
It's weird.
It's happening. Trust me, it's happening.
weird.
But what if you're really drunk, Chuck?
Forget the drunk.
I don't know.
No, because I don't want him to have control of
his.
I don't want him to have control of.
Okay, blame on alcohol then. Fine.
You know what I'm saying?
But
alcohol will make man do bare stupid things. It will just make man, and you know what? With unfortunately in today's society and how things have been for a long time, you can put alcohol between friends and something stupid can happen. But in my situation, it's never happened. And there's been bare times when we've all been drunk together or whatever. And they don't have the tendencies to even put it on man. Like, not even me, just on man anyway.
Oh.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like,
if they gave you the inkling of interest.
Trust me. Do you know what it is?
Friend will be
Chucky, you played football, man.
Listen.
Like, I'm a centre mid and I'm a box to box. In reality, I'm not a DM. I don't mind dropping off 10 yards, having a look at this pitch. But in reality, I'm box to box.
Yeah.
If I see an opening there, a hole, a place where there's no defence, as a man who would be in your situation, I'll be hopping into that situation.
All right, let me tell you this.
One-on-one finish.
As a young man in early 20s, I would say there would be I'm very likely to slip up in them situations. But in this stage in my life right now, with them, no. I promise you. All right. So this is good though. Anyway, yeah, because sort of going back to what I was saying about my little brother and that, yeah, it did make me start thinking about different stages of my life, yeah, and what was going on around them times, yeah, and just how different things was. So like, it sounds like a bit of a mad question, yeah, but do you man remember when you lot was 16 and what was going on when you were 16?
100%. Well, I was just I got introduced to marijuana and.
Oh really?
Yeah. 16.
Oh yeah, but I was smoking the little thing them times.
Like I was like end of the year, like bro, this is where boners were on. Like I had boner every day. I was like, any girl I was talking to, it'd be for hours.
You had a boner.
Yeah.
Like I had a boner, everything. Like my game got better as I progressed talking to girls. Like I just thought, oh my god, I actually like talking to girls. 16 to 18, mad.
Killed it. Man killed it.
Well, we're not going to 18 just yet, but yeah.
Well, we're going to start at 16.
Yeah.
Slow
16.
CDs,
Bro, I was just on football.
Yeah.
And I found out about like girls properly, where you know you get past that boyish age where you don't want to chill with man them. Who's that gal in the skirt?
It's like Kiss Chase is not
Bruv, I was in Broadway. I was in Hammersmith Broadway, where there was schools everywhere linked up at the top of Hammersmith Broadway, the bus station.
And you'd stay there for time.
And you just see different caliber of girls from different schools. And everyone's everyone's just out here repping their school. But then
was
Gumley
girls lit?
Huh?
Did you see the Gumley girls in that?
Yeah, Gumley, bro. They were top tier.
They were lit.
Gumley and Green School were top tier.
Oh,
Green School is mad. Green School's mad. Green School's mad. Yeah.
Did you?
They had a thing in Green School
I respect
and
you.
Gumley.
I
had two in Gumley.
You're like a prefect if you've had a thing.
I had two.
Yeah, of course you have.
Oh yeah. Can't say no names. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I had a good one in. I had a real good one in Gumley. Actually.
I've had Gumley and I've had Green School.
And then, do you know, the one I was with in Gumley, I remember being on the bus with her, and some girls, like some Green School girls, tried to beat her up and that.
Oh, then which one was Gumley? Is that the one with the checkered?
Brown. No,
oh, the brown.
Yeah. And Green School was obviously.
Then I had Covent.
Oh, yeah.
Was sick as well.
No, that's the one. The one with the checkered.
Yeah.
The checkered
skirt. Yeah, checkered skirt.
That school was popping stuff.
Yeah, go on anyway. 16 then.
What about?
He was mad. 16? He influenced me at 16. So this is when I first met Dan. And
listen, at 16, I
heard about him in the ends.
I was very much the same person I am now.
Yeah, I heard about him in the ends, bro. My brother just said, "Come meet my boy Dan. Come meet my boy Daniel. He's funny. He's bare funny."
I'm the same guy,
brother. I met him. First conversation was about girls.
Is it?
First convo.
Oh yeah, you lot was in early.
Yeah,
16 for me. Go on.
West was the early thing. I was still on ball and that.
Yeah, 100.
To be honest, 16, I probably hadn't even started my like trouble run yet in terms of like crime and stuff like that.
He was in training, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, I just really liked girls at 16. And them times it was like you just go cinema with a girl, whatever, bump cinema, stay for free films, just go to areas and link up. Remember when girls used to link girls used to link man in batches. So we used to call them batches. Yeah. Like where you never ever really have a one-on-one link at 16.
Nah.
You always came with free.
No. Tell a lie. I was that guy, man. I'm Filipino. Slow jam, like romantic.
But once.
I was that guy at 16. I wanted a wifey, like a girlfriend. That whole like family orientated. Get yourself a girlfriend, young.
I can't remember if I had one.
See, no, I wasn't.
But then I went, bruv. I was getting shitted on when I was young. I swear down. I was getting shitted on. Yeah.
Was you chopping that? So was you lot chopping around that time?
I lost my V at 18, bro.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm getting to that bit.
Yeah, come on.
So anyway, 16 for me, I was just like bare under 18s and that. School, just finished school. Like, all of that was just a vibe. I was just with my brethrens a lot. But you know what? Them times there as well, all my brethrens and cousins and that, they were all on music. So we were just making tapes and flipping, MCing and rapping and DJing and doing all that shit. Pirate radio. That was like the main thing. So even with girls, yeah, I wasn't like that. Like, obviously I was on girls and that, but it just wasn't that big of a deal. Until like there was one girl in particular, that I met from a certain area or whatever, Perivale, outside of under 18.
I tried to keep it there and it just flew up.
Yeah, because I started realizing it's alright, I can say that, yeah. So then she was, nice thing, whatever. And then like, you know when you do the lips in outside, there's just like just gates or the lips in outside, the thing, all of that. So I was kind of on that vibe. Do you get me? But other than that, it was just mainly music for me, innit? Yeah. 18.
Man was travelling bare far to link things.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. 16, by the way. Sorry, 16. Man was jumping on trains. Man was jumping on trains and just going to the other side.
That's mad.
Man was getting on like the district line at Ealing and getting off at Upminster.
I was going like Isleworth.
Which
is far. It's far from if you're not driving.
Yeah, of course. No, but when you're young,
I didn't know that for court.
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah, right by there,
Isleworth, them ends.
Yeah.
Flipping.
That is quay actually.
Yeah, it's quay.
That's quay out there.
18. Things change at 18.
Big time.
Things change at 18.
100%.
At 18 now, I think for me, I was in my first relationship then. But I got in that relationship when I was 17. And I remember losing my virginity around then as well. I got a little funny story to tell actually.
Same.
I remember when it was so dead.
Same.
It was so dead. And you know what? I remember at the time losing my virginity, and during it, I was looking at like the wall because I could see my shadow. I could see my shadow. I know. It was weird. I could see it, and I remember saying to myself, "Rah, I'm hitting it still." and then she's just like, because I'm looking at it, and then she's like, "What are you looking at?"
Oh, she clocked
you. Yeah. She's like, "What are you looking at?"
Because man's looking sideways.
Yeah, because I'm looking sideways.
Of course.
But remember, I'm not even looking. I'm looking sideways, but kind of back. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I can see my ass. So then all of that, I had all of that stuff, and then like, yeah, it's just that whole thing of feeling like you're a big man, innit? Like you feel like you're at 18, you feel like you are just a big man.
Yeah,
big man. Listen, what went through my head was a whole 20-minute segment of porn I watched.
Oh shit!
And I did everything that brother did.
Oh yeah, I learned a lot from Justin Slayer, by the way.
Bit.
Yeah.
Wow, Mr. Marcus was my guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you went straight.
So
in.
I tried to talk dirty in the ear, bruv. I put a flipping CD on. I sat in a chair in the middle of the room while this girl. I said, like, I tried to be a big man. I said, dance for me.
Oh my god.
Bro, I was in the middle of the room. And I was in my boxes. Slimmer than I am now. On the deck.
Man's Marg, I'm thinking you're wham, innit?
Bruv. Bruv, I look like Moby.
Come on, pigeon chair.
I look like Moby just got found. I sat down. So I'm in the chair now.
That's
I
another
put a
thing.
slow jam on. I think Jodeci came on. And she started doing the mad sexy thing.
Speaking to the mic,
had oil,
Speaking to the mic.
Oh yeah, she did the sexy thing. She had oil, poured it all over her, and then she sat on me. Most uncomfortable feeling ever. Slipping everywhere. The chair's hard. I'm marks, like I'm feeling everything on the chair and her. But I was like, her skin is so soft. Black girl as well, by the way.
Yeah.
I love my chocolate.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I was feeling her skin. I was like, this is banging. And then I went, boom. What did Mr. Marcus do?
Oh yeah, of course.
Cool. First thing he didn't do was take his hat off, so I kept my hat on. That's why to this day I've had my hat on.
Yeah.
Did you wear Tim's?
Yeah, I did that.
Did you wear Tim's?
Couldn't afford Tim's.
Did you wear Tim's?
Couldn't afford Tim's.
I had blue Tims. I had baby blue Tims.
That is disgraceful.
Oh no, you kind of want
I tried it. I'm guilty.
Add the cane rolls.
Mad Marga.
Did you have a do-rag as well? Please, you had a do-rag on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it lasted 20
that
minutes.
That came later in life.
My thing lasted 20 minutes. I beat it like I did every scene how I thought it should have been. 2 minutes each position. I literally looked at a clock in the room. There was a clock in the room. And it was over in like 22 minutes.
Well done.
And but listen, it was not a special moment for me.
No.
Because the girl don't mean shit to me and it was random.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I acted and I told her, I've done this bare times.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I dropped that.
I've done this bare time. But then, that my 18th was just that.
What else though?
I just had to get it over with because I was turning 19 soon.
Oh, okay, so you felt like the time
Imagine that.
But what else was going on though outside of that though? What else? Just gal.
Was
you not working?
What age? Oh.
It's 18.
Shit.
Well, when I was 16, I missed the part, by the way.
Can we do a segment
when I was 16, that was when man was working in Marks and Spencer's in Chiswick.
Everyone worked in Marks and Spencer's. I didn't.
And I used to rock the suit and think I was lit. But yeah, 18. I can't remember what I was doing. It's still music.
18's
I was in a girl.
Yeah,
college.
Man was just about. When I say I was about, I was just so.
You make new friends. So your next batch of friends in life is when you go college.
Of course.
Because you change your friends every 7 years. It says you meet new people every 7 years. Like it just changes unless you keep it very tight. Just wherever you are in life, in career, you meet new people.
What college did you go to?
Richmond.
Which college did you go to?
St. Charles.
Oh, okay.
I went
Westminster. City in Westminster.
This is where I met the Gumley girls on the bus when I was going to college.
Oh, really?
So I met the year 11s when I was in first year college.
Oh, so you was one of the
so
older.
Is that a red card? That's a red card, no?
Yeah,
it's not a red card.
It's a yellow.
What? Just because I'm not in uniform?
It's a yellow.
Well, you say you was
the yellow. Yeah, it's a yellow. It's a yellow.
No, it's not yellow because I ain't done that yet. It's a warning.
You was the older bus.
Stop. That's the third time.
You the guy that flipping comes back to the college in the polo.
No,
like that. We're all up outside the school.
What about you though? 18 though.
I was about by 18. I started just being very about like
road,
you
bro.
couldn't miss me. I was just on road.
That was road, fam.
Yeah, you couldn't miss me.
You couldn't miss him.
Yeah.
His name was Notorious.
Yeah, it was mad. Still,
it's bad, cuz.
Yeah, I was running. 18.
You was rolling with your cousin.
Yeah. Oh no, that's.
See?
Yeah, no. There was a.
Them years were
18, 19 were terrible years. Still.
Okay.
Terrible years. 18, 19, 20, probably could just erase that.
Okay. You start knowing really what the police is about and all of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Really. Yeah.
literally.
Really just being, do you know what it is? I'll tell you what I was on at 18, yeah?
Fuck, I forgot.
Absolutely anything.
Criminal activity.
Just anything.
Yeah, anything.
Anything. Just give me an idea with enough conviction and man will make it happen. Whatever it was. It didn't matter whether it was a big dumb robbery, whether it was, whether it was a tiny stupid lick, whether it was just like going to run up on this or do that. It didn't really matter. As long as I was with a select few people, it could happen.
Yeah.
And it's true. I don't know how I really made it out at that time, but
was you raving?
No, I didn't start raving until 22.
Oh, Yates.
I would turn up outside
by the way, Yatesy's was there a Yatesy's that was lit around that time?
Yates. There was one in Harrow. I remember that going off. Yates.
Listen, Yatesy's in Ealing and Harrow.
Why are you calling it Yates?
At 18.
Yes, Yates.
Oh, Yates.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just a thing. I don't know why.
You gave it, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. Yates. So, yeah, that was lit. Like, Yates was a flipping vibe. And you know what Yates used to do as well? In Ealing, yeah? You could pay, I think it was £12, and you could get a bus from Yates to Destiny's in Watford.
No
and back.
way!
Yes, and back. And entry. So it's £12 bus to Watford into Destiny's, which is now Oceana.
That is mad.
And back.
Mad thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't even on that.
The thing is, Yates used to go off in Harrow. The one in Harrow was like, it used to pop off. Like, it used to get a little bit techy. That kind of happened in Ealing as well. Tudor Rose. Good lord.
Windsor.
Goodness me.
Good lord.
Tudor
Man
Rose
was dying in there at times.
Yeah.
Tudor Rose, that was it. Tudor Rose, by the way, for people who don't know, Tudor Rose, it was a club in Southall. Yeah, it was a big club as well. And they used to just hold bare under 18s, over 18s, all types of dances in there. Garage dances, yardie dances, all of that type of stuff. But the youths, hip hop dances and all of that. But at that time, what was I think one of the main issues with Tudor Rose is literally the fact that you knew about Tudor Rose and flipping the holes the lot. No. You know what? No, I'll tell you why, yeah. Because Tudor Rose was closer to me, yeah. And there was a lot under 18s in my area around that time. And like over 18s, all that, just around that time, yeah. But the fact that all these different areas knew about Tudor Rose ended up being a big issue. Yeah. Because then you had everyone who had beef in different ends coming to Tudor Rose. Yeah. So it was popping off.
Yeah. It was going popping
off.
South Youths, even the South Youths.
Yes, man from South was coming to Tudor Rose. Yeah. Labatt Grove, Halsden.
Yeah. No, it was bad.
St. Raph's.
Going out shirt there. To Tudor Rose.
Someone died there.
The wrong place. That's the wrong place.
Someone got shot in
there. You know what I'm saying? I went into it like that.
I was there when someone got shot there.
Yeah, see, man.
That was one of the weeks.
Bro, there was so much. There was tasings. There was so much.
I remember when man was running around with a taser. Do you know what as well? I remember, there was this brother, I can say his name still because flipping Bear Man called themselves that. It's to say, you know how every area's got a G Money? I can't stand that, by the way.
Yeah,
G Money's everywhere. But certain areas all had a. So there was a bunch of different.
I need to cut this one out still because I reckon this is you might need to cut out that. Just beep it.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, I'll beep that still. Because that one will resonate still. That one, everyone will know that one still.
Alright, cool. Yeah. Alright, let me just make a note of that.
Make a note. Everyone will know.
Everyone will know that one still. Memory, I know exactly what story you're.
So there was a brother. But the thing is, I got a different story to tell because what it was about this brother, was that like he never used to. He always showed me love, but he never used to speak. His mouth was always twist up. And he was always mad angry. But every time this guy spoke, his breath smelt like absolute dog shit. And I always remember thinking, is this the underlying reason why they call this man? This man had his mouth closed.
Beep it again. That's it, yeah. Of course. I don't mind. As long as you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm thinking, is this the reason why they're calling him that? Yeah. Because this man, you had his mouth closed the whole day, but every time he spoke, it was just mad.
But
exactly. But he was a taser don. He used to roll around with taser. He used to roll around with a taser and just tase man all the time.
Emerald as well used to go off.
Yeah, shit.
Bro, these places were basically UFC like
arenas,
stadiums.
Stadiums.
That's it. You come there and it's a hardcore match.
Alright, what? 21 now. 21 now, 21 licks.
21, I'm in a relationship still, and I've come a little bit more towards off-road, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Really? Maybe. Is that the since you
21?
See, I gravitated to the road.
times, yeah. No, that was young still.
I gravitated to the road.
I would say.
Oh, 21 is okay. Yeah.
21. What's 21? Yeah, 21.
Because on my birthday.
Yeah. You remember your 21st birthday?
No.
Yeah, because he met his girl at the time at my 21st.
Okay.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Do you remember your 21st birthday?
I was KO'd. That's the reason I can't drink Rare Nephew.
I can't remember my 21st.
My 21st was just in Hammersmith, fam. The William.
I don't really do birthdays like that.
I always had birthdays. But I used to always, every year I used to have barbecues. I used to do raves and barbecues.
Mad.
See? Barbecues. I've never had that, bro.
I had to stop doing barbecues after a while, though, because obviously, like, it was a bit mad. You know, like, I started to know more people and that. More people started to know me. And then what was happening was, like, when I'm having a barbecue, just to have my friends there, like, they might be speaking to someone and then they're, oh yeah, Chuck's got a barbecue. What? Chuck's got a barbecue? Right, what? Let me roll through. Next minute I got flipping, my last barbecue, bro, it just got mad because there was bare people in my house. And then you got people that like don't particularly all know each other. And then I got girls there as well. And then like, so you got like these group of guys and these group of guys, they don't know these group of girls. But both groups have seen something in that group that they like, and they're not speaking to each other to find out who's gonna go for what or whatever. So if a man comes in and takes this one, then do you get what I'm saying? And then after a while, I just thought I can't do none of that. But 21, there's certain parts of my life that I can't talk about really, but my life was going. There was things that was happening. There was a lot of things that was happening. Yeah. But amongst that, I was in like my first proper relationship though.
Come on.
So I was in my first proper relationship. And it was, I'm not going to lie, that was a good time because I had my good friends. They had girls as well. Girlfriends, I think. I had my girlfriend. And then obviously I was going out and just enjoying life and making money and doing all that. I had a flat as well. So there was like loads of just house parties and bros. Yeah, man. I'm not going to lie. 21 was flipping. All of that, like 21 and onwards for a bit was an absolute vibes. And the maddest thing is, it was probably like at one of my most unproductive times. You get what I'm saying? I wasn't doing positive things. Yeah, but it was good. Yeah, of course. You get what I'm saying? No, not much people knew what was going on really, and I was just enjoying, bro. I was just flipping. I couldn't even say to you that at the time, oh, I'm just out here enjoying life. I'm just looking back and realizing how sick just that time period was. Do you get me?
Do you know what I always wish though? I always wish that at 18, 19. In fact, you know what? There was times where I had bare money. Yeah. But like it would come in, obviously man did big F. Big F. Hey, jeez, I forgot about that. Fraud. Oh, shit. Big bad. The maddest amounts,
yeah, man.
But
that's when we was introduced to it.
Yeah.
Times.
Yeah. So literally, but I wish that those kind of years, man had consistent money, just money to be able to vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like rather than going to zero and having to do something to get
more
back
P's
up
again,
and then going back to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, because like those are years where you can if everyone's got P's, you can proper enjoy. Yeah, like 20 to 25, big time. Yeah, but usually between 20 and 25, you don't really have P like that.
Nah. But if you're working, it depends on where you're. Do you know what? Do you know what? It depends on your environment and where you come from and your upbringing and all of that. To be fair.
Yeah. But I'm talking from, I don't know, people from estates or whatever it is. The chances are, unless you're doing crime, or you really had your head screwed on enough to kind of do college, uni, get a job immediately, and kind of be balanced very fast. Chances are you're living month to month and not really having enough money to just live.
Yeah. And I think also the biggest difference, sorry to cut you, one of the biggest differences is that like the infrastructure of the music business and film and stuff like that was very different when we were younger. Even more so for me. See, like now you can see like at a young age, you can see the opportunities and things that you can do and strive in at a young age.
Yeah.
When I was younger,
we just had connections.
There was nothing.
We had connections.
There was no like you could do music, but it was not a thing really. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like it just wasn't a thing. There was just like one or two man.
Bro, it's like most man at some point either worked in like one of them call centers from 5 to 9, or like you see what I'm saying? Like it was low P's.
Yeah, a couple man did car phone warehouse.
Yeah, like but it wasn't. No one had P like that when we was younger. It's mad.
You already said flipping. I won't say 25. I say 26. Yeah, 26. The reason why I mentioned 26 is because I think for me, yeah, when I got to 26 now, like at this time here, now I'm playing out regularly. Like as a DJ,
yeah,
I'm traveling a lot. I think, but these times here now, like I'm a bit more like understanding of girls a bit. So I'm like, there's a lot of that happening. Yeah. And then yeah, like it was good, but also knowing that, like 30's coming, like 30's on the way still. But at the same time, I'm still enjoying what's happening right now. I'm traveling, I'm DJing. I think I started working with an artist around them times as well. But I remember leaving, I had like a little part-time job, yeah, that I was doing, yeah. And I remember leaving because I started doing my own raves. And I started making peas that way. So I also remember thinking that's another way for me to start making proper money, like legal money as well. Do you get me? So I was doing raves and stuff like that and like just enjoying the next proper phase in my life. Yeah. Do you get me? I wasn't in no relationship really. I was just like meeting people and shit and just like,
do you know what it is?
I started like connecting with bare artists and stuff like that and doing radio and like, it was all right, man. Like
26
seriously.
is cool, man.
But also I was driving as well. So my biggest issue around the 25, 26 era was, even up to this day, well, not so much today now, but like at a certain point, bailiffs and tickets.
Mad.
Oh my God. Oh, they were coming for me.
Yeah.
They were coming for me.
You're experiencing mad adulthood life.
Yes,
bro,
definitely.
I forgot to mention, let me just go back. At 21, I was in a relationship as well, a long term.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, I forgot to mention that. But yeah,
yeah,
that was the heartbreak that killed me. So
yeah,
coming up to 24, 25, 26, I went through still mental mad breakdowns in my head. But yeah, 26 is where you get wiser as a man, but you're also feeling that adult life hit you.
Adult life smashes, man. Them bailiffs, bro. How much mad things I've had with bailiffs. Mad
bro,
licking off your clamp in front of you with an angle grinder, looking you in your eye whilst I'm doing it. You calling Jake's, I'm sitting in my car, no one can get into my car. Like, them taking my car, me working out where my car is, licking my car back.
Wow.
Bro, like, I've had the maddest when it comes to bailiffs.
Yeah, your bailiffs, blood, is bad.
Yeah, I've had it, bro. Seriously.
I've had that whole foot in the door thing. I've had to kick his foot out the door. Had to have my dad come down, do a mad
all because I didn't pay flipping
£40.
RBKC.
Bro, my thing was a travel card issue.
Oh
like
yeah, I had
underground thing that just blew up over.
No way, they actually
they were doing
ended
that.
up getting you. I always used to give a different
bro.
name.
They end up going mad. They just choose. They pick and choose when, innit?
I still honestly,
my thing went up
I'll
to
honestly say even in and amongst all of that time, still didn't really understand credit and all of that.
Yeah,
I didn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah,
really.
It was all about now.
Yeah, it was all about that and cash.
Yeah,
I think because as well, like around my 21 and stuff, whatever, when things like cash, I had cash. Do you get what I'm saying? So my mind frame also was just cash. My mind frame wasn't even really billing up money in a bank and all of that type of stuff. I was just trying to get immediate cash now. Doing raves and stuff like that was a great way of doing it because every rave I was doing around that time was ram, bro. I was making dough. I remember the first time.
Chucky. I saw your name on bare flyers, bro.
Listen, I remember the first one, the first birthday dance I did, proper one on my own. I think I was 25. And it was in Boulevard in Ealing. And I was bare anxious because I didn't know how it was going to be. I didn't sell tickets in advance or anything like that. It was just whatever. Ended up going there, bruv. The queue's going all the way into the flipping shopping centre. I couldn't believe it. Sick. But the party was sick. The party and all of that was good. But then, like, it was looking at the money afterwards. Like, yo, like, I've just made, like, at that point, I just made peas, bro. Just like that. So that gave me an extra burst of energy to want to do more things like that. But then I got banned from Ealing, innit? After that, because basically what happened was, when everyone came out of the dance now, the police, the area didn't expect for it to be that busy. Yeah. So when the police came, they blocked off the road. So you can imagine now, people are coming outside the dance now and seeing police standing in the road like it's a riot. Mad. So now that's antagonizing people and that's pissing them off. So next minute, there's big riots happening now, in the street. I ended up bouncing. But then like a few weeks later, I went to go and play somewhere or whatever, and the security's telling me I'm banned. I was like, what? I said to them, I got to the dance at like 1:30 while everyone's already in there, yeah. And I remember there's no one outside, the dance is ram already, and they're not letting me in. And I said to the security man, just out of pure curiosity, what do you think is going to happen when I walk in there? Do you think that when I walk in there, all of a sudden everyone's going to start rioting? The fact of the matter is, you've let everyone in already anyway.
Yeah.
So this doesn't even make any sense. Yeah. Do you get me? But yeah, no. Around that time anyway, that was all a vibe for me, boy.
Mad.
Boy, I was introduced to marijuana way more than I was ever in my whole life, from the age of 25 to now even. Did that Piff Gang shit.
Oh yeah, for real, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
These man smokers, boy. I still don't even know how to
London
smoke.
Scene, man, took over the whole East London, that whole Shoreditch area, Dalston. Early, bro, early. And that, bro? I think some of my scattiest years is 26, 27.
Serious?
Yeah, scattiest years. Like, because I met some people that Jackie just took a look into his timeline. Bro, them years, because you know why? I told you start to grow into a man more, so you're more confident, like, as a man. So I was out here, fam. It's good years, man, because I was around some people that they take you to another level of just
madness.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But that's a bad thing too sometimes, man.
Yeah, it is, man.
I think, 26, 20.
I wish I protected
I started
my chakras
touring.
more them times.
Yeah, trust me.
My chakras got rushed in them years.
Is it, yeah?
Oh, the rushing.
Me, I'm just still the same.
Yeah.
26. I've been so consistent with who I am. Like, super consistent. Nothing's really
You've got a
changed.
blueprint, that's right. You've had that blueprint rolled up.
Yeah, all I did is just start doing studios more.
You follow it.
I did just after when I was younger, I got caught for those kind of crimes. I started different types of crimes.
Yeah.
More sophisticated white collar crimes. If you're getting caught, then like they're really gonna have to push this case in order to like get a conviction out of it. And I was doing that, and I just thought, you know what? Man's kicking off these studios.
Yeah.
I'm missing out.
Your life's changed drastically now.
Yeah.
To a degree, but
bro, I worked
actually
low hours for my whole life, and now I work 80-hour weeks pretty much.
yeah, it's mad.
Actually, I'll take that back. 25, 26 was my maddest. 27, I had another girlfriend. But yeah, 25, 26, I actually found myself doing mad shit. But then I noticed how sick I was.
27, which girlfriend?
Bruv, you know what? 21, going back to 21, that was probably my wildest time.
Wait, I don't know what we're doing.
21 around
me what girlfriend I had.
Around 21 was my wildest years. Like there was a period of time for a while which was like my wildest years in terms of street things. But then I'd say 26, yeah, and around that period onwards, I was a bit more wild when it came to like my relationships with women. But in the mix of all of that, yeah. And still to this day, I've never really had big problems with women though. There's not like, there might be one girl, there might be one or maybe two at the most who might not give me a good report. Yeah, like they might say, I don't know, maybe because I just went for a mad stage or whatever it was. Yeah. But aside from that, if I had to go into my past and drag people up and do all of that type of stuff, all the people that I know anyway, like I wouldn't get a bad. Yeah. I wouldn't really get a bad thing.
Know what I'd get.
I think I've made up for it over the last 4 years, whereas now everyone's changed it. I've never really had something more like hating, but now as you get more wiser and mature, I calm down a bit.
I have no idea.
So I hold that beast inside. Yeah. Until I need to.
But you haven't turned 30 yet, have you? Neither of you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you haven't turned 30 though, have you? You turn 30 soon. Yeah? So, like, getting closer to 30, how do you feel right now?
Do you know what? I'm content.
Yeah.
I'm content. Right. I'm cool. I want to learn how to work less, but I'm cool. But I'm kind of...
Can you feel a change though?
Yeah. I feel like responsibility though. It's the kids as well. Like, I can feel that I have to be responsible. Yeah. And if I rape, I have to be up 7 a.m. I think regardless, and I have to work, and I have to.
When people have kids, I feel like
definitely that one changed me, because you see, before I had my son, I was still probably dabbling a bit in, like, as in you could still call me and say there's a big lick and I'm coming for this lick, But now you might call me and I'm going to ask the details of this lick.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not as straightforward now.
It's not like
coming. There's more on the line.
I did my road stuff pretty young. I did it kind of when it mattered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was road when you had to be road. I don't care about anyone that's doing road now at this age when you couldn't do it then. I don't really care for that.
Yeah, of course.
So realistically, I'm just the adult version of what I was. Like, I was a bit just like, I'm still a joker. I don't take myself too seriously, and I just work now. But I'm having to work because I never really worked.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that's it. Like, I'm cool with
20 to 30. You find yourself as a man because you have to go through everything. And if you haven't gone through heartbreak with 20 to 30, then you haven't reached your potential of knowing what you
where
can be
you
as a
are.
man. Where you are.
Yeah,
I feel you just get wiser and stronger. As a man, to go through the shit you
I
go
reckon
through.
you get wiser and stronger
anyways
all the time.
Yeah.
At 50,
but to go through
at
some
50,
shit,
man's gonna have 20 more years of life experience. Like, it's crazy. Like, you'll just know this world.
So what was it like for you?
What, when I hit first?
Yeah.
It was normal.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I felt like I got a little bit more tired. Just you know what? You know when you ever, bro, and you see when a man sees you, what's the one thing you say when someone says, "Have you been? Oh, what's going on? You good?" Tired, man.
Yeah.
It's the work
tired,
as well.
Man.
It's the work.
Yeah.
But we probably went from actually having so much leisurely time, being able to do whatever you want, however you want, to having minimal time that is for you. Like, most of your time now is for something. It's already kind of allocated.
But it's jokes. You get to 30 and you want to be fit still. So I still kick ball twice a week. Because I have to maintain this whole smoker's life and trying to be fit still and healthy in it. And I eat well now as well. So when you get to 30, you can see everyone goes gym, man. Everyone I follow, that's my brothers.
I read something the other day.
At this age.
It was like a diagram thing, and it said, like, when you're young, you have loads of energy and no money. And loads of time. And then when you get to like the 20s or whatever it is, you have loads of time. Wait, I forgot what it is. No, and then you get to like your like middle age, between 20 and 40. Then you get to no time, money, and energy, and then you get to old and you have bare time, bare money, and no energy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
no
like,
point.
It's like you got to try and find that bit where you can have all three. Yeah, if you can have like time, money, and energy, you'll be happy. Like, pretty much.
That's what.
Do you know what? Going to 30 was the worst time of my life.
Ross. You
know that? It was actually the worst time of my life.
Why?
But
oh my god, Chucky, you keep reminding me, fam. I went through another breakup.
Oh right, okay.
I went through that. I went through a mad breakup where the relationship was so on and off. Should have threw the remote in the fucking bin instead of pressing on and off the whole time, bro.
Is this? Why are these things happening?
You're making
to me or in general?
No, to you.
You're making it.
No. This time I tried to do the right thing. I swear I did it by the book, bro. Like being the not the perfect boyfriend, but what a woman expects their man to do for them.
So then, why did it go wrong?
It was her. She's too young. She was 23.
Okay. No, man,
but time. Do you know what?
Bro,
I'm
telling you, man. Her mind is like she still has an adventure in her head that she wants to do. Whereas I'm trying to settle down.
Well, the thing is, even if you find the perfect person at the not perfect time, it won't work. Like, it's crazy. Everything needs to align properly to get one of those like 10, 20, 50 year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is. Listen, it is. I think it is important as well. If you can, it is important if you can. To try to learn from these things though, and especially like from other people when you upset them or whatever it is. Like. You can. There's a lot of things that you can learn about yourself in those moments. There's one thing that I didn't even give as context. My first relationship when I was 18, when I said I was in that relationship, I was the shittest boyfriend ever in life. I would admit that. I was dead. Like anytime I was with her. Now when I was with her, it was good. When I was with her, I treated her like a queen. But when I was outside of it, it was like I didn't even have a girl. Like it was dead. All of that.
Argue on the phone for no reason.
Yeah, all of that. But when I then got into my next relationship after that, when I was around the 21 stage or whatever, I did make a conscious decision to be a bit better in that relationship and to work on certain things, because when I was 18, that girl split up with me as well. So this one here, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pattern up a little bit and do whatever, and I pop a light to her, and that I'd say was my first thing. But turning 30 was a mad one for me. I was going through a whole bunch of emotions that I was mad new to me. And I think when I speak to people, about it now and hear their experiences, I think a lot of them are quite similar in that sense, because although some people have their own reasonings for why they feel that the way that they do, and some don't even know why they feel the way that they do. Like at that point, I didn't know myself. All I knew is just that I wasn't happy. And then when I started like analyzing it and self-assessing, yeah, as you noticed, yeah, I said to you, when I was 21, and all around that time, it was sick, it was lit. It was unproductive, but it was a vibe. So I had my friends, I was in a relationship, I was having house parties, I was doing all of these things, and I was making money. 26, by 26, I was fully on the road to do my career thing. I still had in bits and pieces of other things that was going on or whatever, but I was still enjoying life, and I was doing things, throwing parties, and like on the quest of doing radio and all of this, yeah. But where things got weird for me when I look back is that every year I felt like I was progressing, but then it stopped happening. So like now I'm just coasting, yeah. And then when I'm getting to 30, I realized, yeah, that life hasn't planned out the way that I envisioned it to, yeah. And I always say to people, like, see, like for men in particular, yeah, if you say to like a young boy, and I've tested this out even recently with like proper young kids and that, yeah, I say to them, like, where do you feel you're going to be when you're 30? A lot of them will say, man, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to have a castle. I'm going to drive a nice car, all of these things. Now, the castle thing is obviously, they don't necessarily mean a castle, but a nice house. Yeah. A Ferrari doesn't necessarily mean a Ferrari, but a nice car. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you're going to have you may not be a millionaire, but you're going to have a lot of money in the bank. Yeah. You say the same to a young girl. She might say, by the time I'm 27, 28, I want to have a family. I want to, obviously, she might also tell you in this day that she wants to like have, like prosper in her career and stuff like that, which is amazing. All of these type of things, but just have a steady family, be married, and just live a nice, righteous life with their husband or whatever. Then for some people, you get to that age, it works out for some people, you know what I mean? And then you have different troubles or whatever. But a lot of the time you get closer to that age and you realize, like I don't drive a nice car. I don't have a nice house or whatever. You might not even have your own yard. All of these things. It's hard, like for a lot of people to even try and get their own yard in London.
Majority of everyone.
Of course.
Yeah. And then looking around, you're like, you know what? Man's actually blessed.
Oh, this
and you start looking,
and
let me just finish as well. You look at your bank account and you think, like the bank account is not lit. Like around that time, imagine I've gone through all of these years of like making money and doing all of this stuff, and I'm looking, I'm like, like money's low. Do you know what I mean? Like I was like paying out of my neck for this, that, and the other, and to live and all of these type of things. Yeah, I was going through a very, very stressful time in my life, and I remember in particular, which I said before here, that like I remember having a birthday party, yeah, and I didn't want to go. Like literally, bro, I was like in my house, bro. I swear, like at the time, I didn't even tell her. I only spoke to one of my brethren about it. Yeah, at the time, on the day of this birthday party, yeah, I was in bed. If I could have made an excuse not to go, I would not have gone. In the end, it was a blessing because it was sick. But I just did, like, I was anxious. I didn't even want to turn the age. I just was like, there was bare things happening. I was all in my head,
bro, that's the thing. It's all
I was all head. In my head,
and that's why
bro.
I always say that exactly what you said is what I try and say when I'm like, happiness is very often that thing between where you are and where you expect it to be.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying. And everyone puts a massive emphasis on 30 for whatever reason. And by 30, you know, you have to have, you have to have everything patterned, and you have to have everything.
Yeah. But and that affects a lot of affects a lot of people. I think that like I can't speak for women, yeah, but I think that for some women who like are later, like going closer to their 30s and don't have a kid and don't have a family and these things, they start putting so much emphasis in that I need to have it by this or whatever. And then also you got this thing of like by 35, whatever, the way that their body works, all of that stuff. But he's also, as a man as well, when you start looking at turning these ages and you don't have these things, and you feel just less of a man, especially when you see other men having it.
I thought I was on the verge. 25, I was in Top Boy. Top Boy. Yeah. I thought, look, I'm hitting where I want to be now. I'm starting to think my bank account's gonna go. These times I had court battles during the filming of that, and then I got sentenced to suspended sentence 3.5 years. So I couldn't really continue the Top Boy That's why they killed me off in the first season.
Okay.
Because I had to tell them my situation, whether or not I could continue or not. So they killed me off in it, and then I got suspended sentence. But all through that, I was just thinking, my ex is living the life that she's planned. She's had her kid. She's almost 30 now. She's where she needs to be. Whereas me now, I started late, and I'm thinking, oh, it could all just go pear-shaped. Like when I got to 28 and 29, I started going through mental stuff as well. Because of the pressure of getting to 30.
Yeah, of course.
Like, it was so big for me. My mum would be on my case. My dad would be on my case. But like you said, you get to 30, it's not even that much of a bigger deal when you don't have...
It's about perspective, innit? Which I'll get to that in a bit, yeah. But even, this is an interesting thing. Because when we was talking about girls and being friends and all these things, yeah. Around the time when I came out of the first heartbreak thing, I remember going on holiday with the man and whatever. And I met this girl, yeah. Right, bro, when I tell you this girl is off the chain, but she used to date somebody, a DJ that I knew or whatever. So we ended up I never thought for a million years this girl would ever be attracted to me. I don't know why. Not that I didn't have confidence, but I just thought...
You didn't read it.
Nah. So we were just cool. And I was the friend that was like, in my head, if it happens, I'm snatching it. But you know what? I'm cool with her, but she's mad sexy though. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So we were just friends. We just always meet up here and there, whatever. Nah, we never flirt. But then, as time went on, like as we start, like these ages started coming, and like every once in a while we'll go out for a drink or whatever. Sometimes I'll be driving the car, and like she might put her hand on my hand while I'm just putting steering. And I'm like, right.
You know, for me, so now I'm like, go ahead.
What on earth did you think that was?
No. At this point, I'm starting to think, is she? Does she feel man? Does she kind of like man now? But
I would have knew from skin touch.
Bro, honestly, I would have known from just a look.
Yeah, just a
my
look.
Bluetooth.
But you know what? At these times, remember, prior to that, like I know about her guy situations. I don't know. Maybe I was a bit naive. I don't know, bro. Yeah. But at this time, at that point, I always thought we was friends until up to then. Yeah. Then, right, as I'm turning 30, so imagine, yeah, I'm going through an emotional roller coaster, all of that, yeah, and then like one day. I remember she's come to my yard, whatever, we're chilling, whatever. And the next minute now, just things was happening. And I remember thinking to myself, oh my, I can't, like, it's like there was almost this thing of like, I almost waited years for this. Like, I just didn't, I never thought.
The champion.
God, it was like that. Seriously, I could hear the Champions League song in the background, like all of that, yeah. So like, and I'm loving this.
Probably one of the best feelings.
What? I don't even know if this is ever going to happen again.
Yeah.
But then, so that's the thing, you know, when you don't know if it's gonna happen again, you start wallowing in it. You start really indulging. You start drowning in it. Yeah. So anyway, I was drowning in it, right? Because I just thought I just don't want this to ever stop. However, now it's happening a lot. Yeah, but I'm in an emotional state, bro. So it's like I want to be around her and I want this to happen, but at the same time, this is not making me feel any better. This is just good for the moments. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, for the moments, I feel great. Yeah. But afterwards, I don't, because I still have to deal with life. I still have to get up and I still have to go outside and deal with life. Yeah. So literally, I remember at one point, I just locked her off. I just thought, I can't deal with this. I just locked her off, yeah. And I always remember, going to the gym one time after I locked her off and I saw her in Westfields,
Good.
I'm walking I'm like, oh shit. You know, you think, oh, but you went a hole in the ground to swallow you up, yeah. So I've went to go and like, sort of like, oh, you alright? I go hug her. The girl's just giving me the mad push.
No way!
The mad push. Bro, man, I almost fell off the balcony. But you know what, But you know what? Nah, it was cool because in the end, I was able to explain to her, like, over a period of time, I was able to explain to her that genuinely, I was going through a madness at that point, and I couldn't, like, no matter how attractive I thought that person was, like, I've gone from being brethren with this girl, for me liking her, for me just accepting that that's just my brethren, for me having it, but then it being a lot. And then I'm going through all of this. I just couldn't deal with it, bro. Yeah. I needed to find myself in a position where I could mentally deal with life and understand exactly what was going on in my life and build a new perspective for us to end up being cool again. Do you get me? And that was like one of the sickest things that ended up happening.
Man.
Do you get
That's
me?
Sick.
But
at least you were able, like, it must have been a weight off your shoulders.
Massive.
Like,
but you know what? On top of all of that,
like, what did you leave it at that? Like,
she walked off, and I just went to the gym and my head was gone. I couldn't even
DM her? I
left it.
Oh,
and then I think what happened was, she messaged me, like, this must have been about maybe 7-8 months later. She just messaged me. I can't remember what the message was. And straight away, it was like something completely different. Like, I think she just wanted to just say hi. But I just immediately messaged her back and I said, do you know what? I need to talk to you because there's something I have to explain it, whatever. And then she was like, cool. Then I met her and I explained. I kept it 100.
Yeah,
I kept it so 100.
It?
Proper.
Yeah, of course.
Proper. Yeah. And then obviously after that, I was in a better headspace and I was thinking, what are you saying? But by then,
by the
it was
way,
done.
just
It
so
was
we know,
done.
we've got like 10 minutes.
for the last 10 minutes, I just want to say, now that we're at this age, the attraction of the ages of girls that we attract, how do we move? We know how to move, yeah? So certain girls are now looking like they're older than what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But us, man, have to be very careful. And like I told you before, Chucky, if I did by accidentally move to a thing that was young, I'm going to inquire about the mum. Because more time, the mum is paying. And me, if you look at my search tabs on X videos, it's stepmums, it's my girlfriend's mum.
Yeah,
Mature.
I've had all of that. Mature.
Like, all of that. Mature's a bit too old. I feel like there's a few more wrinkles on the
and
mature
Lisa Ann.
thing.
Not Lisa Ann, what's her name? Mistress T.
Yeah.
Fuck
You
you
know about
know,
Mistress
that's
T?
older than Lisa Ann though.
No, Mistress T. Oh my goodness me. Anyway. Anyway.
But yeah, no, like I said,
Nah,
like, that's what I do.
Man, you gotta like.
But man, them have to be really careful out here, you know. I tell everyone, be careful, bro.
Everyone's just got to
These
try.
girls
to
are
keep it-
fishing, and they are the biggest piece of bait on the fishing hook for man.
Yeah, but you also have to know, like, we also have to take
careful.
responsibility and know when to move better. Do you get me?
Of course.
If somebody's lying about their age, there's nothing that you can do about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
But if you know,
That's where it's wrong, man.
yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You have to work out your barrier of how low you're dipping, like what age you're dipping at.
What are we saying then?
Become